Welcome to your Canva Sheets Wedding Planner. Canva Sheets is a relatively new option that Canva has put out, and so I decided to take my best-selling wedding planner and put it into the Canva Sheets form. Anyways, I will show you guys how Canva Sheets works. Here we have the main dashboard. So in here, if you want to edit your dashboard, you just need to double click in it, and then you can see you can select edit dashboard, and then from here you can change your day. So maybe you're getting married in October, and then you just press save changes, and then you can see that the date changes here. These sticky notes here that you will see on some of your pages through the wedding planner just kind of helps you familiarize yourself with what to expect on that page, and hopefully it'll be a bit more helpful for you. So the other two things on here that you will see is the table of contents, and I'll take you to that here. And if you go back to the dashboard here, you will also see a calendar button, and then you just click here and that'll take you to your calendar. Again, on the wedding planning calendar, you need to double click in here, and then you can put your information. Say you're gonna go have an engagement party on so today is May 8th. Let's say it's on Friday, tomorrow, and then we'll put in the time. It's gonna be 7 o'clock p.m. and then you can just put it under other, and you can put any additional notes like bring money, and they can just press it on add to calendar, and then you can see here that it pops up in the upcoming events, and then the note with it. If you want to add it to your Google Calendar, you can. All you need to do is select add to Google Calendar, and then it will bring you to your Google Calendar. I would suggest before you press add to Google Calendar that you put in all your information in here, but instead of pressing add to calendar, press add to Google Calendar, and then it will pop up all that information in Google Calendar for you. So now I'm going to take you guys back to the table of contents so you guys can see how that works. On every page you'll see that the two icons here, this one will take you to your main dashboard, and then you'll see that this computer one here will take you to your table of contents. And here you can see all the different tabs that you can access. You can also access it this way, down here. It's kind of whatever you find easier. So I will show you quickly how to use that those buttons. So let's say you want to go to your decor planner. Don't click on the word, click on the button, select decor planner, and it'll take you straight here. Alright, so now let's just go through some of the pages, and then you can kind of see how this works. I'm just gonna scroll back all the way to the front here. So this is the wedding mood board, and it's just like in my Canva planner where you can just drag and drop all your images to what you would like. So you would just go to your upload section here, and then you would upload an image that you would like. Let's say you like this image here of this venue location. Oops, I lost it. And then you just click it, drag it, and then you drop it into place. It's super easy, and it's so pretty the way it's all set up. You can also, on the bottom here, if you haven't used Canva before, you can see you can make things bigger, you can make it smaller so you can kind of see everything at once. Totally up to you. To change these colors here, you just click in here and then choose your colors there, or you can type in the color code here if you know it. Okay, So now we will go to the bridal party information. This is where you put all your information for your bridal party. So the wedding planning checklist is all kind of set for you here. All you kind of need to do is say, yes, I've done this. So now say you narrowed it down to 3 to 5 dates. You just say yes, and now you can see 2 tasks were completed. And as you go through there, it will just add all the tasks that you have done. Also, these notes here, if you find these annoying, like you don't have to keep them. All you need to do is just press backspace again, and then they're gone. And then I'm just putting it back so that way it's there for you when you open the program. So we have your important contacts, idea dumps. It even takes the number and the estimated costs here and then adds up what the total cost of your ideas would be. This is the wedding budget. So to figure out your budget, all you need to do is go into here. Say you have a $30,000 budget, you click in here and then you can see that everything kind of changes for you for what you're owing, what the difference is here. You also have your payment due date, so all you need to go is in there. Say it's due June 1st, and then you just select that. Here, these are the overview costs of your different sections down here. So your photographer, these are all your vendors. So when you've added your total cost for each vendor here, it will go into the overview here of the actual cost, and then it will also take the owing here. It'll look at the payments that you have made, and say how much is still owing for that. Anyways, so you have your reception, ceremony, food and drink, attire, miscellaneous. And then here on to the right, you have your transaction tracker where you can keep track of all your transactions. Okay, this is the rehearsal guest list. All you need to do is put in the names here, the address, and it keeps track for you if you have sent, how many invites you have sent, how many have not RVSP'd, and it also keeps track of guess who are coming. So if I put like no, you can see that it changes the number under guess who are coming. For meal types needed, it also keeps track of what kind of meals are going to be needed for your wedding. And this one is all the rehearsal guest list. So both the guest lists are the same. One is for the rehearsal, one is for the wedding, as you can see here. So this is the rehearsal seating chart. It's very basic. You just seat numbers here, and then you just put in the name. And then the wedding seating chart is exactly the same. The gift registry here is a place where you can put all the things that you want to register for your guests, the website, and who you got one from. And then it keeps track of items you have registered. So it'll keep track of the numbers here, or the quantity here. That's what this tracks here. And the items received tracks right here. So now you can see that because the quantity was 10, the items received was 12. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm just gonna put it back. In the gift tracker, to make sure that you send your thank you notes, you can say the name of your guest, what gift they gave you, and if you sent them a note. This is the photography shot list. So this kind of keeps track of all the different types of photos you might want for your wedding. The vendor research, will help you find out what kind of vendors you want for your wedding day. It's just a very simple research function. You just put the name here. You can say if they're yes or no if they're available, and if they're within budget, and the rating.
What?
Okay, so now we're on the venue research section. Here you can just drag and drop the images of your venue here, and then type in the names, location, and this is supposed to be the capacity here, and then the email. So what you do is you put in all your information, how much things are going to cost. It'll total for you out here, and when you want to book it, you can see here, now that I chose it, that this is blank, and you just go down here and you say book it, and then the information of your venue is up here, and then once you have booked it, you just press that. Right, the catering research is a very similar idea, except for the images here. You have the different options for cost for the appetizers, main course, desserts, and beverages. And then you'll see all the different catering options down here. And this is where the price breakdown would be. And then you can see here with the book it, it's the same thing, not the one. There's no information. Book it, and then all the information kind of pops up there. Master timeline. This is just kind of what you keep track of what's happening and when it's happening. Most people use a master timeline for the day of, so they can kind of see where everybody is at. And again, it's very simple to put in the information here. This is the wedding day timeline. If you would rather have it in an area where it's kind of separated and it's easier for you to see, you can have each person's timeline kind of separated here. So this is the task list manager. So it'll say what needs to get done, what not to get done. You can use this for the wedding day or while you're planning. So it could be like bridesmaid pick up dresses, and then so let's say here bridesmaid or the best man pick up suits. We'll say it is not yet done, so you can see the number of tasks is 2, and you can put the day where he's supposed to pick it up. Once it is done, just press yes, and you can say number of tasks done. Perfect. And then in this option here, you have all these different options. You can easily edit the drop down menu by just pressing this edit button here and then typing a new name, and then it'll ask you if it wants to update all the drop down menu options, and you just press update all options. Right, this is your attire planner, so you can plan what you want to wear visually, and then also keep track of the costs and what you are purchasing here, and then even the shop name of where you're purchasing it from. And here again, this is just a drop down menu to keep track of what you have done and what you still have yet to do. And up here again, the budget, you type in the budget here, and it'll keep track of everything that will you type into the price there. And then you can also choose what day it's supposed to arrive. That way you can keep track of when things are coming in. This is the Floral Planner. Here's a checklist, and there's even a little inspiration for your florals and a note section. And again, it's going to keep track of your budget, what the actual cost is, and the amount left. Stationery planner is very similar. Again, you have the checklist, and then you have notes, and you can keep track of all the different things that you need for your wedding. This is the decor planner. All these images you see here, you just drag and drop, and then you can put the image that you want here. This decor planner keeps track of what you want visually, but it also keeps track of the amount of ceremony decor that you have, what you still need, what you have rented, and what you have bought. And it also keeps track of your budget and your total cost and what is left. So you can easily see if you're going over budget, or if you have a little bit more to spend, or if you're saving. So this is like really good for that. This is the floor plan elements for trying to figure out your floor plan. Here, all you need to do is just drag and drop. I recommend taking each item and grabbing this button here, otherwise, and then just placing it where you want to. Otherwise, if you grab it from here, it wants to go into these cells, and then it kind of just like disappears. And this way it's easier to keep track of. I'll just put that back here. So I have one for the ceremony. As you can see, just drag and drop. And then there's one for the reception as well. This is the rehearsal food and drink. So we have the rehearsal one, and then we also have the wedding reception one. And here it keeps track of your budget, what you're actually spending, and the difference here. So after you have chosen your caterer, you can go in here and then really fine tune the amount and what you're purchasing and keep track of all that stuff. You also have your inspiration or your visual planner, and then a notes section here. So this is the event packing list. So you can choose what kind of things you're packing, the amount, what box and bag it's in, location, and who's in charge of it. At the top, you will see that it's keeping track of the getting ready items, the ceremony items, and the reception items, so you can see what is packed and what is not packed. That way you kind of know what you need to work on. So what wedding gifts and favors, so favors for your guests and gifts for your bridal party. You can keep track of all that information here. Super simple. This is the music selection. So all the different places where you're going to need music and what kind of music you're going to have. That way it's an easy send this to your DJ, and then they can keep track of everything. So the wedding day checklist, again, super simple. The things that you're going to need to pack, and a checkbox for that. Your shopping list, and the guest list, the guest logistics. So this is for when you need to block off hotel rooms or Airbnb or whatever. You can keep track of everything here. You can do your research here, and then here when you're getting room assignments or they're choosing the room, they can kind of keep track who's with who here. Okay, and this is your honeymoon planner. You can choose, you put in your location here, just drag and drop a picture of your location here. Choose your days here as well. So this will also keep track of your total cost of your reservations and bookings. You can put all your information in here for your travel arrangements, accommodations, activities, and food and drink. You go into your research section here, and this is where you can research different destinations, flights, accommodations, so you can kind of see what things are going to cost, what you kind of prefer. You guys can both work on this together. This is the honeymoon budget, so this is where you're going to do the total budget, and then this will keep track of what you have spent in total, the difference, and then a little circle graph will help you visualize what you're doing here. Underneath here is a transaction tracker, And the transaction tracker will keep track of the travel total, the accommodation total, and all these totals of things that you've actually spent. And this is your itinerary, so you can kind of come up with what you want to do on your honeymoon. And this is the checklist, things that places where you're going to want to put what you want to pack and what you don't want to forget, and then you can kind of keeps track of what you have left to do and what you have already done. All right, well, that's the end of the tour of the wedding planner for Canva Sheets. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me on Etsy. YouTube is not a great place to reach out to me because I really don't get those notifications. So if you have any questions, please let me know and I'd be happy to answer them.